At one point in time, we know with my LLC, Professional Career Transformations, I provide knowledge commerce courses in regards to how to build a six-figure career, how to become a CEO, start your own LLC, small LLC, and I also do executive professional training. I've taught classes like conflict resolution and communication and strategic planning. Well, there was actually an organization that was based out of Malta that actually offered my LLC an opportunity to move to Malta and actually teach executive training in Malta and also do executive training in Dubai as well. So that was an amazing opportunity that I actually almost considered taking, but it's one of the things where I'm kind of comfortable where I am here in Florida. I think this is the best opportunity for me in the States because I do like my trifecta is, 4 months in the US, 4 months in Colombia, 4 months in Brazil. So, I said I had an opportunity to go to Malta and do executive training between Malta and Europe and Dubai. But I think that, for me personally, I think, keeping myself in the United States where, like I said, 69% of the world's GDP is here and I'm establishing this market, was the right call at the moment. But just for example, if you are a senior level professional, teaching leadership and conflict resolution and management and project management professional, all those kind of like high end professional kind of skill sets, that soft skill training, things like that. I think that's in high demand around the world. What people are starting to realize is, hey, we've covered you've got your CCNA, you've got your Microsoft, you've got your cloud practitioner certification. We've covered that, but now they need those soft skills so that those individuals can lead teams within an organization, and that's important as well. All right. All right, and then also, like I said, not only did I teach those classes, but I also developed the content for those classes as well. So maybe you become a content creator, right? Let's say a university or an organization says, "Hey, I need a slide pack on, like I said, communication and strategic planning." Well, I actually created a slide pack of about 25 or so slides and actually taught it to the PSTA, Pinellas Suncoast Transit Authority. I created a 20 slide deck, and then I taught the class to them. But you can earn income by creating training slides for organizations. And remote work possibilities. I think we kind of discussed that a little bit. Speaking of remote work, this brings us to another major shift. Thanks to globalization. Many U.S. citizens are opting for full-time or part-time work remote that allows them to earn in U.S. dollars while living abroad. Platforms like Upwork, Freelancer, um, and even direct company applications are paving the way for this shift. Imagine being able to live in a beautiful beach town like Colombia or Brazil, Thailand or Mexico, while working for a tech firm in California, so to speak. The possibilities are endless. Not only can you save money and enhance your lifestyle, but this also helps build a global network that can be invaluable for future endeavors. It's important to showcase your abilities on platforms like LinkedIn to attract international opportunities. And I think the key for this is acquiring skills that allow you to use remote work. Let's if you're a professional writer, and you do content editing, videography, like I said, any kind of IT work. I think I remember I was talking to a good friend of mine, and he worked for a DoD company out of not Asalea and like out of one of the military bases in Doha, Qatar. And I think Al Udeid, and I think he does IT work for one of the bases in Doha, Qatar. And then I think, at night when he's off, he actually works for a private firm back in the United States. So literally he's living in Doha, Qatar, working a full-time job as a DoD contractor. And then in the afternoon, when he's off of work, it's daytime in California. I think he works for another, either part-time for a firm, in California. So essentially, he's making two US salaries while he's living out there. And I think his housing is free, his food is free, things like that. All right, building a global network and skill set. To successfully navigate this global job market, you need to build a robust network and continuously develop your skill sets. Here are a few tips. Join online communities, engage in forums or groups related to your profession on LinkedIn, Facebook, or niche platforms. One of the things, when I was mentoring students at St. Pete College, I would tell them, hey, if you're trying to get into cybersecurity, go online and find cybersecurity, either podcasts or working groups that maybe meet once every month and have like a kind of like a meet and greet and have, do like a little brunch or have a couple cocktails, things along those lines. I think like even on YouTube, I think when I went, we had like a tech day for the College for Computer and Information Technology. And I think it was like Dem Tech Boys or something like that. They have like a podcast on LinkedIn where they talk all things cybersecurity. And it's like, a couple of folks that like, I think, I'm not sure if they work in the St. Pete area or they're out of Atlanta, but I know they do a lot of work on the East Coast in regards to like giving like, hey, this is what the latest thing, the latest and the greatest is in information assurance. And this is how you get into the field. This is what search you use, things like that. But they allow you to ask those questions, attend, join those communities, attend webinars or conferences. Anytime you can return, for me, there's this satellite conference in DC. If I, every satellite, provider, whether it be, Intelsat, Eutelsat, all the latest technologies on display at these conferences, and you can go meet and greet, learn about new technologies, build your network up. So that way, if you're ever looking for opportunities to either, engage, professionally, to network, to bring business to your current organization, or if you're in need of an opportunity, you have contact from different organizations. All right.